Hello from Krishna in Vancouver City, Vancouver or Van City, whatever you might call it. I'm sure I'll figure out more nicknames as I go along, but this is just a quick update for all the people who wanted to know how my first day went in Vancouver. What I did was I just left the place that I'm staying at right now, more about that later, but I wanted to get a sense of the community that I will be in, not just a tourist, but be a resident of the area. I will be working near Mount Pleasant in Vancouver. It's south of downtown Vancouver, down by Granville. The area was very nice. I walked into a community center and some people, just to say hi, I went to go up to them and they were like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Sure." And they just handed me a whole bunch of food without anything in return. It was just overwhelmed with the feeling at that point of just, wow, people are kind of nice here. They're not just randos who don't care about other people. And the main objective for the day was get a sense of where I'll be working, get a little taste of the city, and then, if anything, see the mountains. Everyone mentioned, there would be things there to see and do, but I actually just had no idea it would be that majestic. So what you see right now is the full sense of the weather. That day it was raining. It hailed as soon as I got to my work street. It was a cavalcade of all the seasons all in one. So it was hailing, it was raining. I had an umbrella, so thankfully for that I wasn't too cold, but it was kind of like a culture shock just to see what's kind of happening right now. I got to this place, which is Absalera, and this is their secondary office where I would be starting my first day of orientation. I'm like, okay, cool, I might as well walk. And just to know it's me, I started to try to vlog.
What's up,
but
guys?
it was interesting that I was vlogging in front of a building which I thought was my workplace, but it's actually just a random building under construction. But to give you explanation of where I'll be working, it's this place called Absalera Biologics. They're an antibody discovery and production company, and at least for right now, we'll leave it at that, but I'm sure in potential future episodes, I'll give you a sense of what I'll be up to. I was trying to vlog and explain, but it's helpful that I actually had a mask on so I can put a voiceover on top of it. It's funny because as I was vlogging, I was not really self-conscious, but I was looking where I was going. But then as soon as I got to work, some police officers came across in their cruiser, and they're like, so I'm crossing the street right now. I'm like, oh my God, there's work. And as I was in the middle of the intersection, the police officers kind of pull me over. Or not even pull me over, they were just like, why don't you check both ways before crossing the street, buddy? I'd hate to run over you in my cop car. I'm like, true, officer, sorry. And this is why it kind of cuts off there. And then, of course, as soon as I got there, I had to take the selfie. I made it, I'm here. And then I saw some places. This is kind of a depressing underground basement kind of thing, but it's, hey, you got to start somewhere. And I just wanted to see what could offer. For $1,300, this entire place could be mine. And I mean, looking at it, it's not anything bad, but, you kind of get a sense of the feel when you're in a place, and it wasn't the best, to be honest. And then I saw another place. This was a lot more promising. It has its own kitchen and everything. It's above ground. The guy was pretty nice, too, who seemed to be motivated. This place has 2 balconies for the price of 1. That was cool. Other than that, I still have to keep my options open. And then after seeing this place, the main thing was, okay, cool, I got my main objectives done, just see work, get a sense of the places out in the neighborhood. And so after I finished checking out this closet, what I did was leave, and I was like, okay, let's go see the sights at least as much as I can without having to pay for anything. So I got my first glimpse of the real mountains when I was walking down the street from that place. And then I took the Cambie Bridge, which connects the Granville area, the Mount Pleasant area that I'll be working in, over towards downtown Vancouver. So this is when I got a first clear look at the mountains, and truly pictures and videos don't do it justice, but it really took my breath away, just seeing the raw beauty that you can kind of see every day when you're working in a city such as Vancouver. The sense of, excitement and unknown that I got walking across the bridge was very exciting. The weather was still very much brisk and cold, but a far cry from what we would get in the middle of January in Ontario. This was, yes, I was warm enough with my jacket and my sweater, but a far cry from having to wear a full winter fit. I still need to get my proper rain jacket once, I become a local, maybe hit up the Arc'teryx depot down in Vancouver for those insider deals. But as I was walking across this bridge, I got a sense of like, wow, I'm really here. And that first day jitters of being in a new place kind of wore away because I saw those majestic mountains and it gave me a sense of like, I've landed, I'm here. I took a sick panorama of just like the cityscape and just look at that. I mean, even this is like not the best of views, but like the mountains that are off in the distance just gave me a sense of like, whoa. And so then after that, I kind of they have a system called the SkyTrain here instead of subways. So most of the trains are above ground. This was the newest edition. So then they finally built a portion of it that's underground. I took the Canada line from Olympic Station once the train arrived and I got on. I think TTC is still cooler in a sense, but then I got home, felt a sense of accomplishment of, doing what I wanted. And after a day of like wearing my mask and, being out in the cold and rain and slush and I guess hail too, it was nice to be able to have a place to call home. These people have been so very generous, and they are, through connections, I was able to get this place, and this might end up being my place, but again, more on that later. I unlocked the door, I got inside, and I'm home. For once, there's nobody at home, but home is where the heart is, and my heart is always with you guys, so checking out, and let's see. Peace. Hello, everyone. I'm wrapping up my first day. It's been about 24 hours since I've landed in Vancouver City. I've been in Burnaby for a good part of it. I've spent another good amount of it in the city of Vancouver. It's been an interesting day so far. Lots of new stuff, lots of excitement. Just want to say thanks to everyone who's been part of this journey, who's been helping me push myself out of my comfort zone. I'm very much in a zone that I don't know much about, but it's part of the journey, and I'm looking forward to my growth and as well as seeing where the year takes me. Wishing all of you the very best, and all I can say is thank you and hope to see you soon here. Bye.